So Keyasha and Fatima are sharing secrets to how they went from an 850 total on the SAT to one of them I think made an 1100 and one of them made 1500. And Keyasha and Fatima look nothing like this, but Fatima and Keyasha are giving you their advice. At the Jacobitz Learning Center, we are doing these videos because we also teach people individually how to uh, go through something. And if they're like this, like a paragraph, and if they're running out of time, which you may do, you need to look at what you're supposed to do. On the SAT, they will not underline this, but obviously you know that this is underlined for a reason. So when you look at one part of a small paragraph like this that is underlined, you want to look at what it's doing to the rest of this. So you want to look for key details. So your key details are created situations, characters reveal, thoughts. Okay? And it's about a comparison between her play and her short story. Now we want to be brief with this and which choice best describes the function of the underlined sentence. So once you can figure out what this is, and this is the hardest part of doing this, is figuring it out because the choices are going to take care of the situation for you. So you don't really need to know what the title is, okay? You know it's about a Japanese American family, but you don't really need to know that to answer the questions. The play is based on a short story published 3 years earlier. You don't even need to know that. Okay, adapting the story wasn't easy. Theater relies on dialogue between characters. Look at this, characters reveal. So we have a connection between dialogue and characters reveal. The original story features little dialogue and instead describes characters' silent thoughts. So their dialogue is through silence. So it's telling you that theater relies on people watching as opposed to reading. So now when we look at that, we want to look at which one of these will convey the message that I just said. The sentence offers information about how Yamaguchi adapted her short story into a play. That's a possibility. The sentence argues that Yamaguchi's play influenced later playwrights. It says nothing about other playwrights. Well, it may have, that's not what this is asking you. The sentence explains why Yamaguchi's short story is better known than the play adaptation is known. This is a possibility. And the sentence describes how Yamaguchi chose the actors who performed in the play. This paragraph never got into that. B and D are gone. So your word choices here, your choices for this are A and C. Okay, so you have A and C to choose. Now, we have to finance them and we have to look at them finance. We have to finesse them and see which one is more likely to be the answer. So is it the sentence offers information about how Yamaguchi adapted her short story into a play? Well, it does. It says that she did what? She took the dialogue that you watch on theater and made it silent. So it reveals that it was silent dialogue so that people could better understand the play, is basically what this is saying. And this is a moderate question. And this is for the play. Something else, guys. Look at C. C turned around. Her short story is not better known. It is the exact opposite, about best known for her play. So they took these two words here and changed it around when it should say the play is better known than the short story. And that's why C is wrong. This is an actual SAT, and that's why A is the correct choice. Play this back And see, while you should get this, the authors on the SAT do a lot of word play. A equals answer. They do a lot of wordplay, and unfortunately, your mind has to be active. And I'm going to tell you the truth that even as a teacher, sometimes without my coffee, without something to get my mind activated, I'll miss a trick like that too. So you have to watch out for these. Now, this next slide is for you to take and do on your own and see how you can play this around. The play is based on adapting the short story. So you're making the short story go back to the play. Make your mind active. Theater relies on dialogue between characters. The original story features little dialogue. So she had to take dialogue and put it into the play. The playwright or the author created situations where characters reveal their thoughts by speaking them aloud during conversations with each other. That's why you know more about the play than you do about the short story. A is your answer, and this time I promise you the last slide is going to be blank so that you can look over it and do what I just did for yourself.